Oh.
Zip, big long deck screws right in, right around. I'm like, all right, now I got something to screw to it. Sure, 3.5-inch screws. Sucked it right down to the floor.
That's what I like about Greg. When he does it right. I'm like looking for the fucking easiest way to get around
and I'm trying.
Greg's like, I'm gonna freaking redo
this was the easiest way because the hard way would have been to tear it all out and start all over.
Props to you.
So, it's like it took time, you know.
Did you do that last weekend?
No, I did this today.
Oh.
While answering phone calls and emails for work.
You're a beast.
Wow. Once it hits your lips. Welcome back to the studio, boys.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good.
It feels so good when it hits your lips.
Well, it actually does hit your lips.
I mean, it tastes so good. This is delicious. What is this?
Little Voodoo Ranger.
I hear they're coming to. They're bringing
Yeah,
the juicy part is very good.
It's orange for sure.
I like it. They're bringing a brewery to Delafield.
Really?
What?
Mm-hmm. In the new grain building in downtown Delafield.
Well,
can we hold the podcast over there?
Is there a playground there?
Oh,
yeah. Is there a playground for us?
Where we're going, we won't need playgrounds. We're brought to you by Nosler.
Yes, we are.
And True Shoot Straight. That was a great episode last week with them. Maddie crushed it.
Maddie was awesome.
She's awesome.
That analogy of hers was, I'll never forget that analogy. The truck and trailer with the partition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't listened to that episode and you're looking to learn, or not like you're looking to learn, but if you want to learn anything about ammunition, that's a really great episode.
And they have really awesome, reliable information on loads, on recipes, how to build a load.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and it will also make you feel much more comfortable to reach out to Greg about any questions you have because, well, I mean, you're very good at that stuff.
No. Yes, you are.
Maddie just reiterated.
I don't reload. If I did, it'd be
what you're doing.
Nerd level thing.
So fill up that DM box for Gregory if you got questions.
Anyway, it's a good episode.
Just go shoot Nosler partitions, and I'm
game over.
Yeah, they're adult bullets.
We had a lot of people.
Let's open up that can.
Let's open up that can of worms. There we go.
All right, you're gonna be the new. I don't know what to call like the bullet version of the Ranch Fairy.
No, because he's got his own thing going on. We're not detracting from that.
I thought I had a nickname for you at one point. It was something cheesy like that.
Well, I'm sure you did.
Did it have something to do with Fairy?
Yeah.
That's not
but it wasn't. It was like a total like.
At least he's not calling me a turd herder.
Well, you are. You're fixing the toilet all day.
Just part of the day. Let's just say all the waste is going down the pipe instead of around the pipe.
All right. Well, it's got to go around before it goes down, Greg.
Yes, it does.
Nosler.com. That's it. No ink, nothing like that. I figured it out. And you can use code OHP to get yourself 20%. 20% off is good. We also have a 20% off Spartan Forge. I actually was on there the other day measuring the not the surface area, but like I was using the area measurement tools to figure out how much mulch I need for my backyard. 300 square feet of mulch.
That seems nice.
That's a nice little tool. I had to go back in time to like April when there's no leaves on the tree to see where I needed it. Yeah, but it worked. And I was like, here you go, Mr. Landscaper. Here's a fucking screenshot of a set of a UAV image with the area figured out for you. So, and even if it's off by a little bit, that's still better than like me eyeballing it.
Having a little extra is better than not enough.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of cool. Latitudes, I don't know if you saw the news. They acquired that Texas saddle company, TX
Gear.
TX. What's wrong with my brain? I'm on PTO, dude. I don't know what day it is. I barely remembered I had a podcast.
Ranger.
No, well, I've just started. I need to get it in the system. Then we'll be good. But so they just added a lot more to their product lineup. And the guy that is the founder owner of TX. He came along with them, so it wasn't like it was no hostile takeover, nothing like that at all. It was a very amicable, friendly thing. He is now one of their lead product guys,
which is a pretty
and he's
smart.
He's a it's called Tactile manufacturer. Like he will just whip shit up.
Textile.
Thank you, Textile. Yeah.
That's right. He is the shit whipper.
I'm gonna whip the shit out of you, boy.
He's probably got a needle and thread everywhere he goes.
Boy, I'm gonna.
He's just gonna sew some shit up.
Straight, yeah,
just like that.
So they've Latitude's kind of like consumed their product lines, relabeled them, but then they have more coming out. He's very, very involved. He's like part of the ownership team now.
That's exciting because we've been keeping an eye on those guys since they started. You've had great conversations with them, and they've been an awesome partner for us.
I forgot to update the damn title of the live feed, so it says
I was
live.
Remind you,
dude.
I was like, he's got it.
Who
no,
with today.
He's got it. Are we with Maddie again?
Are we still with Maddie?
That's what it says.
I think you could pass more for Maddie than I could. You're very much better looking than I.
I don't know if it'll update.
So right.
I didn't hear you because I was typing.
This is the first time I've ever just wholeheartedly accepted a compliment.
Take it.
Yes.
I don't know if I like it, but I'm going to take it anyway.
Wrong, but let's...
I'm going to have to re-listen to that later to see what the hell you guys just said.
Greg was talking about how much better looking I am. I just said, yeah, you're right. Pure humility.
Have you screwed those antlers yet with the rack hub? The RH2?
I looked at them today. And then I looked at the antlers, and then I looked at the mountain of laundry. I was about to go with laundry.
All right.
So, no, but I will be.
I was just curious. So I wanted to see how it turned out.
I have two.
That is one of the nonstop things in life. Mowing laundry and cutting grass.
We had.
Did you say mowing laundry?
I'd like to mow.
Oh, I thought you said mowing laundry and folding grass. Probably. I think you're high.
We had a family friend.
Enough of this.
We had a family friend over today, and the oldest daughter is 7. And she saw me doing laundry. She's like, "Oh, I help mom do laundry all the time." And I was like, "Yeah, that's really nice of you because that's the thing about laundry, Riley. It's always there. No matter how much you do, you're never done.
It's never done.
Especially come hunting season. That's a whole different version of laundry.
Well, we're gonna start the.
Not only that, you're just not there to. If you're running around out chasing the old wily whitetail, you're not home taking care of things, and that's tough.
Laundry's not the only thing.
I don't know about you guys.
That's so weird.
That got deep.
It's deep as a puddle.
Speaking of an open invitation.
Speaking of deep puddles, you sons of bitches. We got some more muck boots we're gonna be trying out. I got to see him at SHOT Show.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that got me like uber excited.
Yeah. So you're like a tripod now?
Were you like, that's epic?
That's epic. Yeah, like Jude. Dude, no, seriously, they're like it's called muck. Have you guys felt the muck skin?
I've been waiting to get my hands on the muck skin.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a condom?
This could take a really hard. It's already did.
Yep.
It took a turn.
What's that joke? It's from a movie. It's a quote from a movie, guys. The dick skin condom. I don't know what movie that's from. It's a thing. I don't know. She's like, do you have a condom? A dick skin condom? And she's like, that's not.
No.
But muck skin. I mean, that's put in a weird category here. It's really awesome.
And just like that, we lost them as a sponsor. Way to go.
No. I mean, I don't know. I actually just organized all my boots in the garage, built shelves, my buddy Joel, and now I have a corner in the garage dedicated to hunting stuff.
Boot corner. Keep the boot dryer in there for all
the
rubber
idea.
Boots from Muck. I just went out the other day, did my walk, and I remember right away
to dry them
put them on the dryer. So otherwise they do. I mean,
they'll stink up.
They just
even from sweating. If you didn't fill them, you still filled them with your sweat, and if you don't run a dryer on them, they will stink.
Yeah. And that gave me a good idea. I forgot to tell you, but that gave me a great idea for a little
blurb.
OKS Hunter video clip. Because when I went to take a shower, I mean, when you take your boots off, even though I didn't film,
you don't get in the shower with your boots.
Came out. But then, like, when you take the shower, like, you take off your shirt, whatever you wore, even, like, the boxers, I mean, there's shit falling out that you didn't know was there.
Oh, look at tick. Oh, family.
Oh, the squirrel was in there.
Squirrel tail. What did you do out there?
See a rock.
It's good to know. Yeah, that covers it. We, okay, so you sent me a bunch of videos. Was it last night or the night before? Whenever you send all those videos.
Are going together right now.
One of those.
Hard to remember.
It's probably one of those.
I'm talking about the hunting videos, not the other ones.
Yes. No.
Yes.
See, now he's getting all muck-skinned up. These juice forces are really doing it.
Ooh, wait till I have my second one.
May the force be with you.
Chug. I don't know. So whatever. I put out the video.
Sunday.
I put out the video yesterday night. Last night I got it done. Kids were sleeping. I just brought the laptop on the couch and just.
It still has the shoes on it, so you can't really count that well.
Is that light? Did you tip that over?
No.
Can you help that light up? It's shining right in my eyeballs.
Kind of look cool here.
I was like, wow, it's like really red down there right now. Oh, Jesus.
How's that work?
I don't like it.
Pretty good. Now you know what those deer feel like when you're shining on
Yeah,
your 30
but they're like.
out the window.
I do have my.
That's what those partitions are for. You gotta get that quick drop. Joking, we do not condone nor participate in any deer shining illegal activities.
Shine the deer. Just make sure you leave the firearms, archery equipment, and any other projectile weapons at home.
Your poison tip dart blowguns.
Dude, we were driving out of the state park where we hunt one year, and there was a couple deer, and I was like, oh, shining light right out of my dad called me, you can't do that, that's shining, you have guns in the car. I was like, yeah, but I just wanted to look at the deer. But I'm like, yeah, that probably would look bad. Not a great choice.
I mean, technically, if the warden was there, he could be like, yeah, I'm writing this joker a ticket for sure.
Yeah, he probably would have. They were, and it was right by the ranger. It was right by the ranger station too. So I was just like, whatever. But anyway, the video is uploaded to YouTube on our OK's Hunter YouTube channel. Derek walked around the woods I got 30 or 40 minutes of video footage, so you must have been out there a lot longer than that.
Yeah, sorry for anyone who watches that, but it's just
somehow you're off the camera. Did I move this? Let me try to get you back.
Lift it. You need to lower it down. There you go, SA.
No, not that. I just meant like the left right was off. There you go. I think it looks better now. Okay. Now you guys are.
I think it was the right left.
Not to butt, guys. Not to butt.
Big spoons. I call big spoons. Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's what happens when I have a guest. You just freaking let her rip.
Yeah.
It's kind of
People
nice.
need to hear that.
It's kind of nice. We can just sit here. I don't have to
enjoy that.
There's no critical thought happening. I'm just hanging out with my pals.
We're just being a bunch of dumbasses like usual.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, nice. 40 minutes of Derek walking around.
That takes a little bit.
It does.
Why'd you do that? Did you finish that other one? And you got a Coors?
We said a Coors.
We thought it was a good idea.
We thought it was a good idea, but
I'll make a beer run.
Just chase it with another one.
You guys can tag me. I'll make a beer run.
That was. I tagged you. And you're still here.
And you're still here. Oh my God! Don't trip on anything. For the love of Pete. I thought for sure camera's going down.
Choice in going from that.
The mountains are cool. That refrigerator in the garage is ancient and it keeps the beer borderline frozen.
I don't care if we have to reskin that with new sheet metal. That thing keeps everything cold.
It's super cold.
I will seriously.
If I get the beers in the back, they're slushified.
I will break up new body panels for that bad boy.
It's got like the latches on it to keep it shut because there's no more suction.
Yeah, there's no more function to the door seal. Beautiful.
Oh, there you go. This one's yours. Yeah. But you hung 10 trail cameras? They're all trail cams, not cell cams, right? Do you have any cell cams?
I had one cell cam. You have yours out here. Whatever is the older one.
It's this one here. Why don't you hold it on the camera?
Oh my God! Let me get my breath.
No.
I was like,
this is how you were yesterday.
Going for a land speed run. And then I remembered that. Holy cow! There's like a newborn baby somewhere in this house that's probably sleeping.
No, I think they went to. I think. Well, is he here? Are they still here? Or did they go to grandma's?
I didn't know.
All right.
Poop everywhere. Poop everywhere. No, I've got this. A Reveal X.
Okay.
Bought it for my dad for Father's Day.
He didn't want it.
2 years ago.
It was regifted.
3 years ago. He kept it for a year, still in the box.
Okay. Then
finally, I was up at the cabin. My mom was like, "Hey, give him that thing." Dad brought it out. I was like, "Oh, you got me one?" He's like, "No, this is the one you got me." I don't know how to do it. And I was like, "Oh, I'll show you." He's like, "No, just
you reach a certain age, technology, and you just don't go together."
And I get it. I get it.
Craig's at that age now.
Whatever. Listen to this guy.
You get to a certain age.
Dinosaur shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm also that guy a little bit because I hung it last fall. Like,
was it? It must be easy, right?
Yeah, I hung it in Illinois and it worked fine. And then when we finished our Illinois trip because we didn't hunt there during the rut.
Yeah.
I brought it home and I like went to hang it, and it like wasn't working.
Did it,
While I hung it, and I was just like, whatever. Like,
did it need an update or something?
I don't know. I honestly think like the antenna was super loose.
Maybe.
And I don't know if it just wasn't screwed in, but then when I took it out,
But
I unscrewed it, I screwed it in, and then like I turned it, and all of a sudden it was good.
In some cases, they'll kind of work without an antenna. I mean, they not great, but they will kind of work. So maybe it just needed an update.
It took pictures while it was up, so it worked as a camera.
That's good.
It just didn't send it, which it
Oh,
was late. Like I wasn't.
So then it was
using it
basically
for hunting
a trail
purposes
cam.
anyway. Like
Yeah.
I went and picked it up. It was like more for sheds.
Yeah.
But I just like it didn't matter to me. But it's up and working now.
so this is the Reveal X and the Reveal X Pro. The Reveal X doesn't have the screen on it,
No.
just some buttons.
No screen.
The other one, the Pro, has a screen and buttons, and they just launched I think it's the 3.0 or something. And I was texting with someone I know over there at Tacticam, and he said it's a really good camera. He said it's the best camera they've ever produced.
It's a really good camera. I mean, he works there. So.
Well, no, but he's proud of it from what I gather. Like this message reads with a lot of pride of like the accomplishment that they achieved. He said megapixels.
If pair of shoes, you'd be pretty proud of them too.
I suppose.
Fast shoes.
I don't know. I mean, but I don't run trail cams, guys. So I'm just like, hey, tell me about this thing. Like, what is it? You know?
Sell me
So
one.
I'm not gonna. No, I didn't. I just said, what are some of the notable features? Tell me, like, what's the.
That sounds like a nice way of saying sell me on it.
I don't want to be sold. I just wanted to know about it. But it's got. He said that megapixels are a big joke, and that's not like a real thing to be caring about.
It's true.
He said that what's really important is the image sensor.
Mm-hmm.
So he said they have 4K photos and 1080p videos.
Is that referring to the sensor that triggers the camera?
I don't.
Or is he talking about like the sensor of like
The
so
lens
like a DSLR
or something.
camera
Mhm.
I think
has,
that's
like,
what it
your
means.
internal sensor.
Yes, that's
Which-
the sensor that they're talking about.
Is I mean your quality there.
He's watching live because he just said, "I've run every trail cam in the game. Tell the boys to cut me some slack." Yeah, guys, fuck off. No, I mean, Alex, if you want to call into the show,
No, come
no.
on.
In all fairness, everyone I know who runs tax cams, which is a lot of people, everyone says very good luck with them.
But it's fun because over here we're agnostic. Like you run several. I know you've been a fanboy of Exodus, but they make a good product.
Fanboy.
And I think they're great.
They've taken care of me. And
Yeah.
they've been here before.
Yeah, they've
to
been in the
this-
house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've been to the studio.
and when we were upstairs.
Yeah, they're great guys.
Mhm.
They take care of you with warranty if there's any
The
issues.
warranty is unheard of.
It's an awesome
Theft.
warranty. Who else is giving you half off a new camera for
That's wild.
when one gets jacked? Nobody is.
It's a bold
So-
move, Cotton.
Yeah, right. It is a bold move, but it and I
obviously
believe it
has.
has.
It has.
And-
Oh, I like
but
that.
You guys have all seen the quality of videos and photos that I've gotten on my stuff,
Oh, they're
and
excellent.
they're excellent.
Yeah.
And to the point of megapixels don't mean shit. 12 megapixel cameras as far as it went for a while there
Mhm.
with Exodus stuff, with the Lift 2. Great camera, great battery life. I could get a set of granted lithium, and we can go down some rabbit
I want to go on. I want to go down that
Yep.
path at some
So-
point. I want to talk about
so-
Let's
it.
go down the trail camp. Yeah.
Yeah. First off, I like my cameras. There's always other options out there. We're always open to trying new things. Nobody's paying us to do anything.
Even if
which
people
is
pay us
great.
to do stuff, we don't care.
Yeah.
We'll still run our
If
mouths.
anyone
Yep.
wants to pay us to do anything,
Yeah, hey, we're
hit us
cool.
up.
Hit us up. But until then, we're going to talk shit about you when there's shit to be talked, and we're going to say good things about you when there's good things to be said.
And we can be nice about it too. We're not just
We
gonna.
certainly can.
But no,
Nope,
but
I'm not
As
doing
long-
that.
anyway, I have these here.
As long as
I'm-
somebody is behind,
Yeah.
as long as you got someone back there to talk to you about it,
Mhm.
rather than sending an email, getting
Like-
no response, calling there.
Which company are you talking about? Moultrie?
Moultrie.
Right.
Moultrie.
Dude, my Moultrie camera
Stealth
broke.
Moultrie.
My Moultrie broke. It just whitewashed everything, and then it never stopped doing that. I threw it away
Moultrie.
yesterday. I was cleaning my garage. I was like, "Well, this is fucking paperweight."
And I want
Yeah.
a lot of our.
I liked it when I
conversations
had
to
it
be
though.
relevant,
It was
but, like,
working great when
my
it worked.
older Moultrie, me and my dad used to have some from like
the blue cam that I have.
The blue cam, the camera that turns blue, the color changing.
The color,
camera?
the color changing.
I had the M990i.
Yep.
It was like one of the, I don't want to say the first, but it was one of the original black flash.
Better ones, yep.
And that camera, I probably got 10 years of use out of that.
That's pretty good.
Which is better than pretty much any other camera. But what I've heard is a lot of the newer ones, I don't know, somewhere like the 8-year mark-ish, I think.
They go.
They got big. The company got big and probably was looking for ways to maybe. I can't say that because I don't know, but from what I've heard,
Moultrie, are they only trail cams or do they do other stuff? They do
feeders.
I think they started with.
They're big,
and then they made cameras to go with. Feeders.
Well, we're making a feeder.
Brownings like that, right? These are the ones I see at the shelf at Flea Farm.
Browning white labels. Somebody else makes it because Browning's a firearm company. They make clothing too, but somebody else makes
what's really interesting about that is you hear Browning, ooh, that's a big company, must be good. Like you don't consider that they're not in that other categorical space.
Well,
Browning's huge because.
But I'm just saying the general consumer that doesn't know.
You got Browning and Winchester all under the Olin brand.
Winchester's not making trail cams though.
No, they're not. Browning is putting their name on clothing.
Right.
They're putting their name on trail cameras.
I'm down to be on clothing.
Arms. They used to do bows.
Yeah.
Browning has. Clothing.
That's right. They used to do bows.
In decent clothing.
Yeah.
I have an old jacket that was pretty decent.
So do they have do they compete with UPS then or?
No.
Can Brown do for you?
Brown.
Yeah, well,
for you, not Brown.
I live on Browning Circle. I think that's kind of fun.
John Browning pioneered a lot of cool things.
Do you know him?
The Ma Deuce. You don't even know what a Ma Deuce is, do you?
I have no idea what you're talking about. No, I don't know what that means.
Shameful.
I can't shake my head because I don't know what it means.
Dude, it's the 50 cal original from like World War II.
Oh, well, I probably do know what that means then.
Firearm nerd.
Well, I shot the fucking thing, so.
Thank you for verifying what I said earlier. Yeah. You are the pro.
No, I'm not a pro.
But this just speaks to my character or personality. I don't know shit about the things that I do. I just do stuff.
This up here holds a lot of useless information. Okay?
That sounds just
I
like
read
my
a lot
buddy.
of Guns and Ammo when I was a kid because my dad subscribed to it when he was a gun.
That's a movie too. Just do stuff.
Guy,
That's the Joker from Batman. I just do stuff. Yeah.
My buddy Lane, if he's ever listening to this, he's a music teacher up in Peshigo. He used to say, he's the pickiest eater, right? Couldn't go anywhere. Lane, yeah, pickiest eater. Well, I'm not picky about the stuff I like. Like, I'll eat, like, I like hamburgers. Like, as long as it's a plain hamburger, I'll eat any hamburger. I'm like, well, that's picky.
That's
it doesn't.
No cheese.
I'm not,
he's a no cheese guy, isn't he?
Check. We got a caller.
No cheese, no pickle.
Is it Lane? I'm not picky about the things that I like.
You picked on him, and here it is.
No, it's Alex. Alex, what's up, buddy? Is this your first time calling in? Wait. Hold on. I have to turn the volume up. Hold on 1 second. This happens. All right. Can you hear me?
Clark's drinking a beer with his pinky up.
All right. There's all 3 fingers are out, dick.
And the pinky.
Welcome to the show, buddy. Is this your first time calling in? Woo!
Welcome to
First
the show.
time caller. What's up, pal? Sorry for we're all riled up here on IPAs, so. Well, I didn't say your name for the record, but you knew it was
terribly.
you.
I mean, you weren't called out as, hey, it's this guy, and I know your last name, but I'm not gonna bring it up. I'll be nice.
I mean, you can introduce yourself right now, so people know for context who you are and what you got going on.
Yeah, Mr. Shabino. Yep, and there it is.
This is a company that listens. His ears were ringing.
Response time is excellent.
Wow.
They're talking about us. I'm calling into this fucking podcast right now.
Your eardrums were on fire. And here you are. She was actually thinking about you because you did not take the garbage out or unload the dishwasher.
Oh, classic. They can't hear him. Hold on. I got to figure it out, guys. Hold on here.
You can't hear it?
No, I just had to my computer's like going back. Okay. Let me know, Tony, if you can hear him now.
Spam call coming in.
Every day with the spam calls.
For Donald Trump.
Let's take that call.
Greg's going to get punched in the nipple.
Oh, come on.
So they can't hear Alex?
I think I got to fix it. Thank you for telling me that. Can hear everyone on here. Great. So I just fixed it. My computer switched out because I have the stuff going to the TV.
Better. You see that response time?
Yeah.
Anywho. Go on.
What's going on, man?
So in your lack of sleep, you decided to jump into this shit show. What have you been? How has it been? How's it been going? Like, what is the response been like? I've not actually really paid too much attention, other than I saw the video and I'm like, "Ooh, tell me more about this." That was about as far as it went for me.
Years to launch when other companies just kind of launch every year to keep exciting news, right? Like our cameras were still great and people still loved them, but there was a lot of stuff people were asking for that we wanted to address and fix. And it takes time to do that the right way. So we built them from the ground up. I can't take any credit for that. We have a pretty awesome engineering team, and everyone, for the most part, is fired up that we kind of fixed the stuff they were asking for and didn't do anything gimmicky. We just kind of built a badass trail camera. So it's been great.
That's good to hear. Gimmicks are bullshit.
All right.
This industry is full of them.
I haven't been following along on the deer hunting side because I admittedly have a fishing podcast and I'm not even sorry about it, but I am way behind on the trail cam side of things, and usually I'm pretty good about keeping up what's going on with trail cameras.
Hearing it first here.
You're hearing it first here on the Okayest Hunter podcast.
To admit your problem.
So, how much can you share about this cool new ground up product?
Oh, I can tell you everything. And this won't be a sales pitch. This will be a very real kind of rundown. I've been running these things for months, so I've been through the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. Like developing a product is a process, and you have to go through iteration after iteration to get it right. And that's kind of exactly what we did. So, like that we did was, if you look at our Generation 2 cameras, the X Pro and the
so I have those
2.0
on the table, if you can see.
X Pros right here.
Right?
Yeah.
These are? Okay. So should I throw these out and get the new one or what?
If you look at the antennas of those, that was basically the number one complaint we had about our cameras.
They're huge.
Just because they break. Like they hang off the edge, right? So we redesigned the antenna system. So now it kind of like tucks really tight to the camera rather than hanging off the edge. It has a retaining clip. And actually, with the new cameras, you can run the cameras with the antenna down and it'll get the same cell connectivity as if it was up. Fun fact, doesn't matter what direction that antenna points. It's just there. It needs an external antenna, but it doesn't matter if you have it up, down, sideways. It just works. Yeah, so just like that. And then we redesigned everything else internally. So it's got an internal SIM card, automatically connects to the best cell service for your area. Both models have GPS, so public land hunters, kind of super helpful. Has a new image sensor, so it gets basically the camera images you get now are better than the HD photos of our old cameras. So we just completely upgraded everything image sensor wise. And, the biggest thing is that they send like 4 times faster. So you get images instantly. We have on-demand video, so you can request video and it'll take up to 30 seconds in that exact moment.
It's kind of like a Ring doorbell.
And then it has...
Like I can just go,
Yeah, exactly.
I can log in my Ring right now and no, tell me what's outside my house.
Yeah, exactly. And then my favorite thing is that we built in storage. So it has 8 gigs of storage, which is like a month of storage. And then it has a optional SD card slot. So you can still run an SD card if you want to, but you don't have to. And I forget my SD card every time I go out to replace cameras. So it's pretty nice to just be able to run it. And everything's saved in the cloud anyway. So who cares, right? We're processing 70 million photos a day through our cameras.
The resourcing
so
to do that sounds insane. But one thing I want to ask or call out, I guess, because I'm curious. So you say it's, 4 times faster than the other ones, but the quality is better, so the files are larger. So it's probably even faster than 4 times faster because the other ones probably don't have the level of quality, therefore the level of like file size. Am I saying that right? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. We worked a lot on compression rate, and then that image sensor is a big deal. So what you get out of the camera output, it just sends faster. And we even just the way that cameras send, a lot of trail cameras will take a picture, send the photo to your phone, and then take another picture. Our cameras will take a picture, and send while it's still taking pictures, which you would think is like 101, but it's not. Most cameras take a picture, send it, and then wait to take the second picture.
So there's a big delay.
So we can do things in rapid succession.
Is that, but like, from what I understand about this type of product, and you're going to correct me here, and I'm hoping you do, but like, this is just hearsay of my lack of understanding. So this will be fun to like volley this. Don't these things all come from the same factory overseas? So like, what you're saying is revolutionary. Isn't that going to be something that's going to come to market from the other players too? Or is this unique to you guys? So that's my question.
Yeah, not everything is made in the same factory. That's a pretty big generalization. Like there are, it's kind of like cell phones and TVs, right? Like there are places that specialize in building these chips and these cameras and these sensors, but they're not all being manufactured in the same place. In fact, like our engineering team, the people who develop these cameras, are all US based. Our app team is all US based. Our customer service is all US based. Really, like outside of putting the cameras together, everything is built and designed here.
So when I call and get Gary in support, his name is actually Gary.
Yeah.
But so when I say the same factory, when I go to
at
SHOT
risk
Show,
of sounding not so nice, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. Well, so when I say same factory, like when I went to SHOT Show, it was really interesting because there's a whole floor of exhibitors that are representative of like this white labeling behavior that likely goes on, where it's like, well, we make this, you can put your brand on it, go to market however you want. And so then the differentiator in the trail cam, cell cam space has been customer service or just general service of cell cam data plans. Sounds like you guys are, I mean, truly becoming, you're differentiating in the marketplace at a time that I think is really hard to do so.
Well, and that's where you see trail camera companies chasing like AI and stuff. And
Smart,
I think it's really interesting that, like, if you look at us, we don't do like AI that tells you what's on your camera. Turns out, like, if you get a trail camera photo, you're going to look at it anyway. And frankly, like, AI is 60% accurate on a photo to begin with. So if you get a picture of a bear,
you're going to look at it anyways. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. But like, isn't there a company that like integrates with trail cams? I can't remember their name.
That does like the organizing and like wind and weather data and all that. Yeah, I don't remember the name of that either. I do remember hearing about it.
Oh, damn it! I can see their logo in my brain. I just can't get the name out of my head.
Reconyx?
No. Anyway, but they were like doing all this like recognition, like it's this buck, it's that buck, it's this buck, it's that doe, like facial antler recognition, essentially to help pattern it.
Yeah, the interesting thing about all of that is like literally AI today is growing at an exponential rate, but you're getting like 65% accuracy on a single photo for the best AI that's out there. We actually we just launched a smart bird feeder company that's called FeatherSnap, and they have AI in their app, but it takes 3 photos, right? That like having 3 photos drastically improves the quality of AI. So on one photo, it's kind of a crapshoot.
Interesting. No, I'm glad you called in to like kind of speak to some of this stuff. And by the way, if there's any other trail cam companies that want to call in that might be tuning in, love to hear from you guys too. It's an interesting space. What I want to get to on this episode is there a recommended battery I should be looking at? Is there a place I should be buying it? Should I just go to my local Walgreens? Should I go to Amazon? Should I go?
Yes, that's a question I
know?
have for Alex too. Is the newer cameras you have, are they taking the same amount of batteries? Are they taking 10 batteries, 12 batteries? How many AA's are you sticking in there?
Yeah, it's 12 AA's. What most of our customers do is rechargeable lithiums. So for $40, you can buy a rechargeable lithium pack, or you can spend $29 on 12 lithium batteries. So the rechargeable packs and solar panels have kind of taken over the trail camera game, and you end up saving like our lithium packs over the lifespan of a camera. You know, if you just took picture after picture after picture, you'd save yourself like 1,000 AA's. So for $40, you're better off to just get a rechargeable pack.
What's the shelf life of those rechargeable packs? Like, how many recharges are you getting out of them? A season, 2? Do they diminish after a while? Like my laptop battery, if I or my cell phone battery, now it's like, no, I'm done at 20%. I'm like, bitch, you were like amazing the day I bought you. Now you suck.
Thanks, updates.
The lithium packs last a really, really long time. Like I come from the fishing industry, so I'll pull from there. But like on a motorized kayak, you're getting like 1,500 recharges out of that, and you're charging those batteries a lot more than you do a trail camera battery. So you're probably seeing well above 3 seasons on a lithium pack.
Are you guys running any of those rechargeable packs
now?
No.
Tubbers?
Tubby
tubs?
I've had rechargeable batteries before, but never a pack.
Yeah.
How many come in a pack?
And that's become a new thing, like recently, like within the last, we'll say, year or so. People have been putting
lithiums have gone through.
Well, everything,
roof.
even the cheap
those
shit.
Those all come from the same factory.
For the most, well, maybe not. But you go to, I hate to throw it under the bus, but
damn Tesla driving the prices up.
Right? Amazon, and you buy, there's several brands out there, but Ninmax, Be Vigor, and then like the creme de la creme is the Energizer lithium.
I was gonna say those other 2 names you just mentioned, are those brands?
Those are brands.
What did you say? Creme de la creme?
Yeah, the creme de la creme.
No, is that the brand?
Is the Energizer
If you Amazon
brand.
creme de la creme.
Yeah,
you'll see them.
Right. No, those brands, I mean, you're anywhere from $41.88 for enough to power 3 cameras roughly to $60.
How much money? Yeah, we spend so much
It's
money.
a lot of money. I've got literally an ice cream pail full of lithium ion.
The 1 gallon one, the vanilla?
Mm-hmm. The Sheps vanilla, to be exact.
Thank you.
Dude, no, you gotta go with the Cedar Crest.
No, just listen. For making malts, for doing,
you're full of shit.
Your kid stuff, Sheps is where it's at.
All right.
Dollar for dollar. Anyway, rabbit hole. Discussion for another podcast, the ice cream podcast, where we give you Skittles too. Anyway, 1 gallon pail almost full of AA's from all the cameras that I've run probably in the past 2 years, which isn't a lot.
How do you dispose of those things, by the way?
That's just it. There's a reason they're still sitting in a 1 gallon ice cream
like
pail
your oil,
in my
when
basement.
You change your oil, it's like just in the garage.
Well, that I got to take to, but it's fine. It gets used in a waste oil burner. But lithium ion batteries, you don't want to just dump them in a landfill.
Well,
it's not. No, you can't. You shouldn't.
But
I'm sure
I know I'm being all over the place, and I'm sorry, everybody. But let me tell you, I had to get rid of a fucking TV that my child smashed a bat into. I'm really sad about it, actually.
Just recently?
Oh yeah, not that long ago. And so it's sitting outside by the dumpsters. And I
called
the trash company, and I'm like, "Hey, how much you get rid of an electronic? $60 freaking dollars."
Wow.
I'm like,
that's $60 you could put towards a new one.
I'm like, I gotta go buy another TV. Come on. So anyway, getting rid of that shit is annoying.
But anyway, I gotta wait for clean sweep.
Okay.
Clean sweep. Every county's got a clean sweep. You take your chemicals that you don't want to deal with, and your lithium ion batteries, and any other appliances you don't, microwaves, things like that. You take them there to dispose of them. So I'm just sitting on a pile and I look at it and go, man, I spent a lot of money on all that. Back when Energizers were cheap to where they're almost $60. I mean, we can look them up on Amazon right now. That's probably
They're
your
well
best
over
price.
$2
That's
a
I should
pop.
Oh,
invest in
they're
their
ridiculous.
stock. That's a bulletproof industry.
But the trade-off is I go through, depending on how the camera is set up, one set in a year. And they don't burst like alkalines do, because alkalines, they're a wet base. They will,
How do you know?
when they
weird
freeze,
shit? Who the fuck
told
talks
you
about
there's a
wet
lot
base?
of weird shit going on in
Alex.
this head. Anyway, just
Okay.
let me
all right,
let me finish. Alkalines, great all summer. But once you get temperatures below freezing,
which is common,
in our
and I don't even know what they do
area.
in Florida when they get temperatures above 100. Like that's a whole different can of worms.
And then that's the other side of the spectrum is alkalines don't like that, and neither do lithiums. No battery likes hot weather.
Yeah.
At all.
It's energy, right?
It's bad. But in our climate, in the Midwest, northern part of the Midwest, we see freezing temperatures often.
In October.
In October, even. It starts in October.
Early, mid-October.
If you're up north, it could start in September.
Yeah.
And we're not even talking about the ants yet.
So. Right. Yeah, just getting there. But freezing and thawing, heating up, cooling down, you get expansion. Any liquid that's in an alkaline or any product is going to freeze. And when things freeze, they expand. When they expand, they burst or they crack, they leak. I'm sure you guys have lost cameras to that.
No, I haven't.
Well,
I've never done this.
Anyway, I'm sure you've lost a camera or two to that. One of my first cameras, I put it out. I left it out over. It was Halloween or I think it was into gun season. All of a sudden, I came back and it wasn't working. It's all green inside, so I got to take it all apart. If I could get it apart, soak the parts in vinegar.
Vinegar. Okay.
I just soaked them in vinegar to eat the stuff away, get the corrosion off. I revived it one more year. It happened again, and the camera was junk. I tried cleaning it up. Like, you're not getting parts for that to try and make it work. And when you're broke and you're trying to keep everything you got, that's just where you're at. You're taking things apart and trying to clean them up and fix them and make them
I don't
work.
have it happen often anymore, just because almost all my trail cameras are on public land, and I religiously take them down before gun season.
Yep.
Because
how much did you spend on batteries for 10 trail cameras the other day?
I went to Home Depot, was running a sale. It was $16.99 for 36 Energizer Advanced Max alkaline.
Yeah, and those are
which is a pretty good price.
It's a good price, and it's a decent alkaline. The next step up is the industrial.
July 1st.
So those
will last. Those will last.
I know you got a family and kids and stuff. What's your Are you agreeing with? Yeah, you said running these packs is the way to go.
Packs are great because I'll let you talk. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question.
No, I was just gonna say everything's right? Like the alkalines burst, lithium batteries are great. The rechargeable packs are really the ticket in my mind. And like if you only gave me one option between a lithium and a solar, I'd still pick the solar because our solar panels have lithium batteries in it to begin with, and then you can run AA's as backup. I've had a camera out for 18 months that I haven't checked, and keep in mind I'm in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, so like you want to talk about snow and freezing, it's 56 degrees out right now, and it's July 2nd, so we don't get a lot of sunshine. I'm in the swamps.
How
and
far up there are
solar
you, dude?
panels? Like
you put the
I'm
P
right
in the
on
UP.
Lake Superior.
Shit. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, so the solar panel, like lithium packs are great. That's obviously like way better than AA's, but solar panels, like I live and die by them. Even in the winter with snow, they just work.
But there's guys that are running like 20, 30, 40 cameras, different states.
Well, and I can't hide a solar panel.
That's the thing.
I see the absolute advantage.
Okay, that's a good point, right?
But I can't hide it on public.
I've done it.
Can't do it.
All mine survived. All 4 of mine that I ran last year with solar panels, and I had to do it because cell cams. Yeah. I went back and pulled them in February and pressed the button on them, and all of them still had full charge.
Cool.
Yeah. And on public, here's my last tip, and then I'm going to go be a dad.
Good job.
Is, like, especially with solar panels, I always bring a single stick with me when I hang on public land. We have tree mounts, so you can angle your camera and get it right. They're like $9 or something, super cheap. But I put those things 15 feet up in the tree, and it tends to get rid of people's interest in trying to scale that thing. Especially when I lived in Wisconsin, like around Milwaukee.
My buddy Joel.
That's where we're at.
Destroyed.
yeah, he knows where we.
Oh, I know.
My buddy Joel's got these weird opposable thumbs. He climbs a tree like.
He's got cheetah thumbs.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Anyway, I'm just fucking around. But
no, that's a good
I'll
tip.
send you some pins if you want to lose cameras. I know where they'll be.
I know plenty of places.
There's a blog
I
article.
could too.
Like, how about that for like? Here's all the places where you're gonna lose cameras.
I have a bunch of places I can have
Don't
that.
hang them here. That's a totally unique angle. You can have that one.
Yeah, I called the DNR and they basically said good luck, and I said it's a good thing I work for a trail camera company. So onward and upward, but I get it for sure.
Sure.
Height was my ticket, and in that case, like lithium packs for sure. Last thing is, and I'm guessing you guys are going to get to this at some point, but like, I think as hunters in general, like trail cameras are under scrutiny, and like states are looking at them. Are they ethical? Are they not? Like, our goal here isn't to make it so that you can live stream your deer and walk up on it, but we do want to make hunting approachable, and not having to drive 3 hours every time you want to check your cameras. It's a pretty nice thing for everyone who's trying to hunt, who has 2-year-old kids like me. So like, I think we're all kind of hoping that this is just a fad with a lot of like political BS tied in, but like, there aren't many people out there who are like trying to live stream deer kills. And I think we all know that, but like, don't be afraid to be vocal, because it's not just cell cams. Like, cameras in general are under scrutiny, and like
drones are under scrutiny.
They're pretty
right now.
damn good tool.
They've been.
The DJI might be banned from this country because it's manufactured from China.
Yeah. So like, that's what I'll leave you with is like, I'm not a super political guy, but like, fight for our ability to hunt. Like, we all kind of have a little bit of a horse in this race, and I think it's all fair chase. So with that, appreciate you letting me dial in, and I'll keep listening, but I'm going to go put a 2-year-old to bed and hope that he stops crying.
Good luck with that, buddy.
Good luck, man.
Thanks for all your hard work, man.
Thank you.
Godspeed. You fight that good fight tonight, buddy. See ya.
Good luck.
We'll see you.
That's cool. I'm glad they called in.
Yeah.
Okay. People that actually run, like, this is gonna be my first year running.
Do you guys see where Eric's cameras are?
They're right here.
They're on the table.
They're on the table.
They're on the table.
So,
which is okay.
I called Greg
it's freaking
today.
July 2nd.
I called Greg today. I plan to see
It's
my wife.
July 2nd.
I said this week during my PTO, I'd like to do something for me, and I'd like to go hang some trail cams on a property I'm very interested in.
where are you thinking?
I'm not going to fucking talk about it.
No,
we'll talk about it later.
After.
But yeah,
I'm not
Or-
dumb anymore.
When?
Either, well, Thursday is the 4th, but I don't, whatever.
You go in the morning.
Sister is
when
in
it's
town.
cool.
She's here with her baby. She's
Go
but
early.
she's doing something on Thursday,
Okay.
Go before your
and then
kids
she's
get
also
up.
doing
Trust me.
something on Sunday. So I'm kind of like, those are my 2 days where
So early in the
so then
morning, ass crack
like,
of
we should
dawn.
probably do it before the sun comes. It gets too hot. Mosquitoes are like ravaging us.
Don't bring them.
Well, I said
Don't bring
I
him.
told him if he wants to go, we can go.
Well, I'm
but
sure
I
he wants
kind
to
of
go.
I kind
but I
of
kind of
don't
want
wanna-
you to
I
fucking do
do.
it by yourself.
This is it.
So-
this is my thought process.
I'm not trying to write. I'm not trying to
No,
write.
wait,
You
wait,
are
wait.
the
I'll
boss.
let you finish
Let me
your thought,
finish.
and then I will just kind of throw my little piece in there.
I'm only looking. I want Greg to be there just for the fun of it, to hang out.
That's true.
For starters.
Please make a video.
No, I don't care about that. I really don't, guys. I could give a shit.
I want to
The
see
other-
the video. Don't post it.
Yeah.
Just send it to me.
The other thing is just like I want to come to my own conclusions. But if Greg's got a point about like, no, hang it, point it downward, or let me stand in frame so you can see your that kind of stuff's fine. But what I don't want is Greg to be like, I'd put it here. I'd be like, well, I'm not you, so I don't care where you'd put it.
And I will be the first one to say I'm not going to tell you anything.
This is good. I don't want
at
that.
all.
I'm past.
I'm
that
just
point.
going to let you do your
I have
thing.
enough. I have
If you
enough
turn and
confidence
ask
now.
me, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be just like, well, maybe
that.
it might work. It might work there.
I made the point in the video. If anybody ever makes it over to YouTube and watches it,
You already got like 75 views.
One of my points was like, I buy the cheapies.
Mhm.
Nowadays, I buy a lot of cheap cameras.
This is what I want to hear you talk about the daylight bucks.
I just looked
daylight
at
bucks.
The daylight bucks thing is the
That's
thing.
the only thing that's important. It's the only thing that means anything.
But this is like the learning curve where I'm getting at with him is like I have hung.
You were hung? Okay, we're just so bad.
No, but like, trail camera wise,
Lord have mercy.
I have strapped so many cameras to so many trees. I've run them since I was 14 or 15.
Yeah.
It's probably when I got my first one, 35 millimeter. We talked about this before, but I have hung so many freaking cameras in my life. Like so many choices. And I talked about this in the video. The reason that you want to have a lot of cameras is because it makes you make a lot of choices. The more choices, is this a spot I want to hang? Is this a place where I'm going to do this? The goal of your cameras should not be to help you hunting that season, which I get the cell camera, everything Alex was talking about. That's not why I'm running them. I ran them for so long. Basically, I want to get mature bucks on camera in daylight. It started just in general. Like if I can get a buck, awesome. Then it came, I want to get them in daylight. Where are they moving? And that's not going to help you now.
No.
Unless it's a cell camera, right? But if you're getting that,
and even
all of a sudden it's opening up this is where they move. And then you move more cameras in areas like that. Oh, yes, I'm onto something. It just helps your learning curve. And when you make those choices, the more of those choices, the more of the cameras you're hanging, the more you're going out in summer, spring, fall, and trying to locate that. It's just making you more and more well-rounded, right? Like every decision you make is just helping you. It's helping and helping and helping. And then before you know it, you're like, holy shit, I know a lot about these things now without ever having laid my eyes on them.
Yeah.
Now pulling your bow back and shooting one's totally different. From last season, because that didn't work.
Or even getting your eyes on the animal while you're in the area where you're seeing this animal on the trail camera.
Which is still hard.
And if we're being honest here, if we're hunting public land or even private land that other people have permission on, that could be screwed up in 5 minutes.
Let's hear what Noah has to say, because he's our resident private land guy. He's on the line.
Okay.
Let's get Noah's perspective.
Bring it.
Noah, what do you got about trail cams and cell cams, buddy?
Just my own troubles with them.
Welcome to the group.
Yes.
My biggest pet peeve, I guess, with trail cameras is it's all about the app for me. I've tried like 3 different brands.
Okay.
And there's only one brand that actually likes the app, the cell cams. It's Spy Point for me.
How's that worked out? How are there, like, it's a mixed bag, man. I've heard a lot of negative about them, and just hearing that has deterred me. When I ran the Moultrie, though, the cam broke inside of the first season, or the end of the season, I should say. The app was nice, I will say. But you running several brands, you're not running cell cams, you're running trail cams, so that's different. I think when you get things delivered to your phone immediately with the cell cam thing, I think the app probably plays a bigger role.
Way bigger, right?
Yeah. No, I haven't had much of an issue. The earlier cameras, I should say a couple years old now, they had a lot of connectivity issues. Like kind of vague about where their, cell map was, what would work up on my property or not.
Oh, he must be driving.
He is driving. You're going through something. And
he drove through a tunnel and
not cell camera anymore.
Whoop.
Speaking of cell service,
here's an option at a lesser camera basically.
No, we got like a very limited amount of what you had said because of what we're talking about.
We got about 14% of your pictures. I mean, your audio.
Speaking of connectivity,
the connectivity was real bad there for a minute.
So good.
We missed a
lot
of.
Are you on your property right now?
No. That's trap shooting night. I was on my way.
Oh,
nice. How'd you shoot?
Haven't shot yet.
Oh.
You're on your way there?
It's
late.
Yeah. Sorry. I had a older
older cell cam of theirs, one of the higher end ones. It just bricked on me, and they're like, "Yep, can't do anything about it. Here's an option on a lesser cell cam that you can choose from."
But you enjoy the SpyPoint app. That seems to do the trick for you. The cameras are fine, it sounds like, for you. I mean, everyone's got their own unique experiences.
Yeah, it's just the way they have information on it. One of the newer cameras I'm trying right now is one of X's. I believe it's the Rival.
Greg knows all about
Mm-hmm.
these.
It takes good pictures. Had issues with getting it connected to a cell service for a while. Now it's doing pretty good.
I wonder how much it matters. So AT&T and Verizon are two distinctly different networks. One relies on a SIM card, one does not. I forget the technical terms, but they're literally different types of networks. And I wonder if one or the other makes a difference at cell cams. I'm assuming it does based on your area.
And I just don't know if it was like calibrating to whatever the network was up there or something for a while. Because for the first two months I had it on my property, it would not connect to a cell service. And now I'm getting updates, multiple times a day on it.
Well, and the Rival, I know for a fact the Rival works off the AT&T network, which shares towers with T-Mobile. In some cases, it's really good. In some cases, it sucks, just like with, Verizon.
AT&T, I mean, you're talking, Noah's in like Tomahawk, northern Wisconsin, which is, you're getting on the fringe of everything.
Yep.
And like the UP where Alex from, like that's the fringe of everything. Like you look at the coverage maps, it's not up there.
It's garbage for
anything
everybody.
north of Highway
anything
north of Highway 64. Your AT&T just drops. Like
Everything
I can go to
goes
I'm going to go to the cabin tomorrow night.
Yep.
Yeah.
And my cell phone service will be zero.
So
like,
AT&T, just so people know, is a GSM network, which is global system for mobiles, and then Verizon is CDMA. So Verizon relies strictly on the tower versus AT&T relies a little bit on the phone, a little bit on the tower. So it's a little bit of both. So that's why it's got that SIM card, and both are fine. They're just different.
Yeah. Which is why you have to pick when you buy a cell
based on your coverage.
But it doesn't sound like you have to with the new Tacticam, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, we're going to get to that with him, but anyway. So I don't know. I don't know. We're all over the freaking map tonight.
We are.
Damn IPAs. We just stick to bourbon.
Blame it on the beer.
SpyPoint did come out with a thing a couple of years ago that I was really excited about, and it ended up kind of being a flop. But it was their cell link.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where you could make any camera into a cell.
It was just like the module that you would plug in. But
I know guys.
Some of them worked.
I think we both had a mutual buddy that reached out to us, said, "Hey, if you're looking, I have this and I'm selling it." Okay, so it didn't work very well for you.
No, your reception's super spotty on your commute to trap shooting. I'm gonna wish you good luck tonight.
Shoot straight, my friend.
Hit all 25.
Hit them all 25.
Pray and pray, buddy. You have a good
25 of 25, brother.
Call next week when you're at a fixed location. We can chat a little bit more about all this stuff. Yeah, I'm not getting a response.
He's out.
He's in the dead zone.
So, kind of going to shift gears and almost go backwards, but we know where you're at with cameras.
I've got some up.
You got a couple
I'm very beginner.
Okay. I have gone through all of my SD cards, made sure they were all formatted.
Do that every single
You need to use the ones they give
every
you.
year.
Is that right?
No matter what.
Should you use the ones they give you, or do you need to buy some?
No. With cell cams, different game. But if we're talking old school stuff, like Derek and I run
regular
SD card cameras. We like them. We like to let them soak, put them on camera mode, to picture mode, just to take pictures. Come fall, I will run them on video mode because it's pretty awesome to watch one come and tear up a scrape.
Your videos are Greg's got the best videos.
I got good videos because I run them that way and I maintain them.
Unique things to pay attention to with photos or videos. I'm going to throw this in there because I've learned this from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
is the like direction of their ears, direction they're coming into the camera versus leaving the camera. So you can kind of reverse engineer. They came from here, they were going there, they're listening.
But it's also
here, all that stuff.
That's what's cool about running them. Like I think by October or even September when season starts, if you have eyes on a good buck and you're getting them in daylight, run those cameras on video, or do like if you have
run them on camera mode or picture mode until you get them.
Yeah, I mean, my cameras I can run them.
You got to go back out there and fuck with it though.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's talk about that though.
Yeah,
if
depends on where it's at.
That's exactly what my brain just was. Is like if so, you got some field edge cameras that get amazing video,
and you can get away with some shit with
change
field
whatever
edge
the hell
cameras.
you want if you're where they
you
want
can drive
to be.
right to the damn thing for all you care.
If it's a food source and they want to be there, change whatever you want.
Yeah, you
go
can do
in,
things.
They want to be there. If you're close to where they call home, do not go in there.
Right.
It's close to hunting season.
Do not pass
Get your ass
if
out of there.
If you go
video
do
mode is not worth it.
No,
it's just a picture.
But if you go do
video.
Card pull
hunting
number
is the main
1,
goal.
if you could do card pull number 1, let's just say it's August 31st right now. Yeah, I'm going to do my card pull.
It's July 2nd.
I understand.
I'm kidding,
but in 2 months, you go do a card pull and you're getting nothing but nighttime photos. Guess what? None of that information is pertinent to you killing that deer. Other than
inventory.
The deer survived and it's inventory. That's all that is. But if you got something way back in the Tamarack on a mock scrape you put up with DH3 or some Buckman P or whatever you got going on.
Like that.
Yeah, that's right. Little Buckman P. We all done that.
I am Buckman.
I will bottle it and sell it
like
$5
like Iron Man.
Yes.
I am Iron Man.
I am Buckman.
I'm Iron Man.
I have done it for many years and it's worked. But
Bucks love my piss.
That's the name of
what can
our
I say?
We're not going to compete with Kevin necessarily, but we're going to launch Buckman P.
Yeah. I've got to say, I think Doug Dern beat you to it, but either way.
Did he say Buckman?
He does call it Buckman P.
Good for him.
But either way,
shit. Damn it,
I digress.
All right.
Some kind of lure or just even putting some sort of scrape up. If you're getting deer at your first card pull in daylight, you should probably leave it the fuck alone. Seriously, you don't want to go in there and stink it up.
You do that. What's that new
no matter what
he does this and he like leaves the room.
Yep.
All quiet, like he's like, I'm out.
Pull the card, throw it in your reader, chuck it in your phone. Daylight footage. Probably gonna leave this area alone now. Pray to God, and there's been people that have debated this too. Pray to God for a rainstorm.
Pray to God that
it'll all wash it away, all the stink and sweat and mosquito blood that I just shed getting in here. But do your card change, get out. Don't mess around. Don't go walking around looking at stuff. Do your card change, get out. On to the next camera.
I think that's why it's important to do this stuff now, so you can get instinct up, lay your cams out, do what you need to do, because like hunting season's coming, and it's coming quick.
Yeah,
it's gonna be here fast.
By the way, I'm way behind the 8-ball. The furthest behind.
Can I jump off on a couple of things you said?
Please do.
A couple of things Greg said. Obviously, if you have a buck, especially a mature buck in daylight, don't mess with your camera. Figure out a way you can walk into your camera without walking in front of where they are coming. Because every little bit of scent you leave...
I need to explain what you mean by that.
So you have your camera set at a specific destination. A trail crossing, a scrape.
Creek crossing.
Something where you think deer will be.
Hard edge.
Figure out how you can come in from behind your camera. Not in front of it. Don't walk down the trail you think the deer are walking out on or in on.
You're going to mess up the...
if you're walking down the deer trail,
them, hey, I'm here too.
If you're walking down the deer trail, the easiest path to get to that camera,
guys, I gotta say, I love doing that.
Everyone does.
Trail, I'm like,
don't do it,
especially if you do it this time of year. Eric. You saw you watched
it is
the
easy.
video.
Everybody hits the easy button.
I'm walking through the freaking shittiest shit.
Yep.
Because I'm staying off the deer trail.
Even if there's 10 yards of nettle, 50 yards of nettle before
nettle. No fucking thanks.
Yeah,
I'm taking the deer trail, guys.
Don't be a bitch.
But there will be guys saying like, "Oh, it doesn't matter." But
It matters.
To one deer.
I know it matters.
The oldest, smartest deer.
The one deer
the one that
will
I'm
matter.
trying to kill. That's the one it matters to. The other ones, it doesn't matter. But to the one I'm trying to kill, it matters. Like
100%.
every intrusion you have on his, he's just going, oh yeah, this spot, I've got 3 times I remember smelling that fucker's ass.
Yeah.
I'm not
He's
walking
got some
through
bad
that spot.
foot
I remember
fungus.
that
Don't
Buckman
walk
juice.
here.
No, but that's one thing.
But
right?
the Buckman juice is not firing up the oldest buck in the group. I'm telling you right now.
What? Wait, that's what we just said.
Just
Confusing me.
hear me out. The young bucks are going to smell that. They're going to come up and rub their orbital glands all over the hanging branch in front. And that's what gets the old guys to just rub once. They might only rub it once. They might come sniff it once. They might just show up in front of your camera once, close.
This would be like if we were at the bar and you're savvy. Let's say you're the movie. What's that movie? I Love You, Man?
Yeah.
With Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling?
Yeah.
Where he's just watching him make a fucking fool out of himself.
Mhm.
Because he knows how to pick up the women at the
Yeah.
bar. He's watching, idiot. And he finally goes in, or like Hitch, Nope, idiot. I'm going to go in now and I'm going to do what I need to do and get the job done. Like, I feel like that's the mature buck in the room.
The mature
right?
buck only has
He's
to
like,
leave his scent
y'all
once to
are
go.
Stupid. I'll go and lay it down when I
Yeah,
need
it's
to.
fine.
I know what I'm doing. I've been
I
here
just need to
before.
let the ladies
Got
know
it.
I'm here once. And they know.
Fucking bucks. You know what I was thinking about today? This is so stupid.
Tell me.
I'm on PTO, so like, there's no routine right now. I'm just.
This
liquid.
is my life
I'm
for the
just
next 2
liquid.
months, buddy.
I'm just liquid. I'm all over the map, and I'm like, you know how much of my day consists of food right now? Most of it.
Really?
I'm just just like it's like
You,
it's occupying my thoughts.
You
I'm like,
picking out?
what are we gonna eat for lunch?
Dude,
what are we gonna eat for dinner? What am I gonna eat for a snack? I'm just living. I'm just grazing.
I like cooking.
But how many times do you hear, I don't know, you should pick?
No. I'm not even going down that path. I'm just talking my own brain. This is not audibly.
I like cooking,
Here's
but I
Mhm.
don't eat much in the summer. As soon as it gets warm, I'm like,
you look
nah,
like you're in great shape. Here's my point.
That's-
Here's my point.
No.
Homo sapiens. How much are we thinking? Are we like? Okay, when I was in boot camp, the only thing that got you through is fucking thinking about food. When am I have my next chow? Well, it's noon chow, it's dinner chow, it's breakfast chow. Like chow. That's it. It was like I only
You
had
had,
4
it was
more
like
chows to
prison,
go.
3 hots and
Dude,
a cot.
it was
This-
it.
Okay. When
So
you're
the
done.
reason I'm saying that is because, dude, I bet animals only fucking think about food until it's the rut, and they think about sex
Yeah.
and food. It's it, and maybe water.
with comfort thrown somewhere
Food.
behind that.
If we think about food as much as we think about food, and people love food, like, bro, it's everywhere. Food, restaurants, billboards, apps,
Go to
DoorDash, all of
Vegas
it.
or
And
don't go to
food.
Vegas. Either
I'm
way,
like, how
food
much is
everywhere.
the deer thinking about
And-
food?
And deer are not thinking about danger right now that much either.
They're just thinking
because
about
there's
food.
so
There's a
much
freaking buffet in front of them. So then
and-
where do you put your trail camera?
So, but this is what my second point
This is
was.
where I was leading you.
Greg mentioned the date, which I mentioned in the video.
Yep.
August 31st or whatever
Yep.
you mentioned. Do not move your cameras on August 31st. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
No, I'm not joking. If you run summer cameras, if you go out and do something as stupid as what I did, you go trek through in the summer and you're going to hang your cameras for summer, do not move them because you didn't get a buck picture on August 31st.
It'll
Oh, shit.
change.
I didn't get it. Because in that next week, you might have a giant buck that moves into that area after they shed their velvet. That's when it's happening. The end of August.
You have the shift.
It's going to happen. So I said in the video, I hang my camera super early, usually in July, so that when the shift happens, the most important week of my entire summer trail camera is the last week in August. Because that's when bucks are losing, the mature bucks are losing their velvet early. They're one of the first ones usually. They rub it off, they know what's coming, and they shift. My cameras have now been sitting for 2 months where I have not been there. Those bucks shift into the areas I put my cameras, which are on the
Mhm.
fringes. And now I've got fresh intel with them not knowing I'm there right where I want them.
You've
or where
had-
I'm hoping.
You've had enough days, if you've done it right, where the scent has washed away.
Deer have started to use the scrapes or they smell the DH3 that I just sprayed out there. The normal deer that are living there have already started to use them. So the buck will.
It's just being replenished.
Yeah.
And getting back to my point is you let the little shits go and do their thing because they will. They'll leave their scent. They'll rub their orbital glands. They'll piss in things. They'll shit all over the place. Those deer are going to lay sign and then the big ones eventually will start coming back and freshening it up, or they'll hit it once or twice, 3 times a year, and move on.
I want to go back to your point about the shift. That's one shift. Is the next one the rut? And the reason I ask, I remember my dad knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's like me, but not. He's a lot smarter than I am.
No, he just has more time.
Time is of the essence.
On a conservancy property we had access to the year I missed a big one because I was looking at my phone from a text from Greg. It's not your fault. It's my fault.
My fault.
It's not your
Clearly.
fault.
How dare
It's
you?
my fault. It's my fault.
You-
It's my fault. I should have just not done it. But nonetheless, it was a
Come
compelling
hang
read.
trail cams with me.
I will come hang trail cams with you.
My dad said, put it. If I were going to put, I had one cell cam as a Moultrie. This is my first time ever running anything. It was a
Is this
cell
the year
cam.
you had all those?
By the way, this is the year you and I went
You
down
were
to
down.
Illinois.
You guys were on your way
You and
to
I
Illinois.
were on our way
I'll go back
to
to it, Greg.
Illinois.
It's okay.
When this happened?
when this happened. You recall, maybe.
Oh, I
That
do
was
recall.
one of the- that
or
was
maybe
one
there's
of
too
the
many
hunts.
Voodoo Rangers
Oh,
finished
I
off
recall
over there.
this.
That was one of the hunts. So my first day of rutcation, I played the wind ride. I went way the fuck around. Didn't lay a trace of scent. I was like, I'm going to hunt the morning on the ground and work my way into the stand in the afternoon because I know he's here.
Hold that thought.
Fuck.
We have a recording of you in person calling.
You recorded it?
We recorded it.
That's
Play it,
you.
bro.
Oh my god.
Hello, Greg and Derek hotline. Yeah, I'm out here in the middle of the woods, and I just saw a buck, and
I saw three bucks.
it chased a doe out, and there were 2 more bucks behind it.
It was huge.
Guys, what do I do? I'm shitting my pants right now. And oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's another one. Yep, it fell in my sock. Hold on a second. I gotta wipe. Okay, we're good. Oh, I better start whispering. Guys, what do I do? The buck is like 500 yards away. What should I do?
Hang up the phone, Eric, and flip your release on.
Yeah, Eric,
Get ready.
you should get down from the tree and go at least 450 yards closer than what you are.
I was on the ground, jackass, in a makeshift blind, and I was in the shit. I was on the
You
ice.
were caught with your pants around your ankles.
Let me fast forward
and you
to the
were
time
shitting
I
your
went. So that was
pants,
a different time.
not having an
Fast forward to another day
It's no
on the
different
same
than any
property.
other
No, I
time.
think we were talking about different days.
Different
Slightly.
days. Different
no,
days. No, different days.
they all go the same. You
The
see a
end
buck.
result was the
The
same.
end result was the same. You shit your pants. You go nuts. You phone a friend. By the way, great job for you. And we
If
give you the
only.
advice, and you go,
If
"Nah,
only
I don't know if I should. I'm just gonna hang out
you
here."
listened to us last time and did not.
All right, here you go.
Last year
To
I
be
listened
fair.
to you both, and it did not work out for me. So anyway,
He's right.
Anyway,
my
I get-
dad
you're
said
right.
put your camera here because
your camera here.
during the rut you
Is
probably
that why you hunted there? Because of your camera, or did you put it there?
No,
that
I
day
hunted. No, I hunted there because of the fresh sign.
that you
My
saw.
cam was nearby.
Which,
and
by
it-
the way, he had to call and confirm.
What are you talking about?
Guys, I think I found a spot. There's like
You told me to
toilet
scout my way in.
paper, a couple of turds, 3 guys walking through with their pants down around their ankles.
Greg is being a dick right now.
Greg's really
And-
throwing you
and
under the bus.
and there's a really big buck in here.
Don't give him juice force
Y-
anymore.
you gave me the juice force.
Dude, I had a rub
The
on this
force is with
tree
him.
that was so fresh and so large, and the height was up there. I put my bow next. I sent you guys. I
What
said
are you
I'll
gonna
bring
say
them
about
on.
height? What are you trying to say?
I scouted my way in a few weeks before this.
Some
Hit
dude
that
have
lift
short
kit.
legs.
Hit that lift kit
This
right
fucking
now.
guy. He won't let me finish a
Size-
single sentence.
Oh, I got you, bitch.
I'm trying to give Chuck Clark a fucking
How does it feel?
bonus here.
How's it feel?
Okay,
Huh?
let's
You know,
give it to Chuck.
That's right.
He deserves
Anyway,
how dare you disrespect the
the
Chuck?
ode to Chuck.
giant
I will let
fresh
you
rub.
talk.
I
right
like
now.
rubs. You had me
Yeah,
at rub.
rub. Yeah, you had me at hello, rub.
I scout my way in. I walk past a certain area. There's nothing. So I keep going, and nothing happened on the hunt. I saw like some does moving through some thick shit. They never came in. I never had a shot.
does from different area codes.
Then I hunt a different hunt. That's the one where I called you jackasses. Now I regret that decision.
Don't
This
you
particular
shouldn't,
moment, I now
because
regret it. Then
we were pretty happy you did.
I go on rutcation, day one rutcation.
Rutcation.
Admit I had PTO during the fucking rut.
He had
I was hunting
PTSD
all
during
day.
rutcation.
So I go in, play nice, right? Do everything by the books, if you will. But my dad had said, put your camera here because come rut, if they're cruising for does, you'll pick up some deer.
And
They'll
they
be
did.
coming during the rut.
And he was right.
All
He was,
over
but I'm
the-
just, all I'm saying is that he was right. So I'm talking about a shift. Is there another shift beyond August 31st that you should be considering?
The rut shift?
Yeah, what is that like?
The rut
Shit, Greg, you fucking took us way down the path.
Dude, the rut shift.
You're welcome.
Well, we were talking about trail cameras once upon a time.
Yeah, I mean, I had this whole idea laid out in my mind what people should be looking
I
to
think-
do.
I
But
think
thought we were
November-
friends. I don't
I
know what's
think-
going on here.
throw it right
You
out
tell
the
me
window.
what you think about this. And
Okay,
what you think.
Let's hear it.
But like November trail cams,
My opinion does not
the
matter.
worst thing ever.
They are. They give you false
Because
hope,
you're gonna see everything. You're
everything.
gonna see giants you never saw before.
Giants.
You're gonna get a pecker woody you've never
Yeah,
seen
you're gonna
before.
have deer
Oh
hard
my
on
God.
right in front
But
of
it's
your
because
camera.
they were following a hot doe through. And
Mhm.
that deer has no interest in that area.
The doe
You
will
would've
beat the
known.
trigger time. You won't see it, but then you'll see deer hard
Well,
on.
not with the new tech cam, apparently, because it like it's sending
Ah,
all the time.
We'll see. We'll see.
Go
No,
buy
but that's
3.0.
just like I love letting cameras hang
Yeah.
during November to see what happened after, like post. Oh, this doe got hot November 3rd. Oh, that's slightly like earlier than other ones. That's good to know. But like you're gonna see so many bucks that aren't living there and aren't huntable there at any other time of the year other than when that doe is hot.
Yeah.
So November, yes, there is. You're gonna see an influx of buck movement. You're gonna see tons of them, right? Depending on where that camera is in relation to like doe areas. If you're in a feeding source where there's tons of does,
Mhm.
you're gonna see tons of bucks because they're all checking it. And if you have access to hunt that, great, do that.
Last year, the last
terrible
the
rut
last
hunter.
that I
I
threw
suck.
at that spot that I was hunting, I watched a buck chase a doe in two giant freaking circles. And she obviously was hot, and he was meow, 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 meow.
Was
just
that the same
grunting.
hunt you and I were on?
Were you with me on that one? I think it was either that one or another one. No, I know, but I think it was no. I was in a different spot. I went on my own, and there's just massive action.
You know what you're suffering from?
But I watched. I
Rut
witnessed it.
deer brain.
Maybe. People.
You can't keep
people
your
dog
left
the rut. I love the rut. I think it's
straight
just
from
so
your right.
fun.
I don't have my finger on it at all down here since I moved down here, just because there's way more deer down
I'm gonna
here.
be honest with you. None of us have a finger on it because if the weather's too fucking hot, it ain't happening. If it's nice and cool, you're gonna have what you and I experienced.
It was a lot of action.
It was ridiculous.
But you're also gonna have everyone in the woods.
we had
We had one that we knew about.
we had one guy that we knew about, but I'm sure there could have been others. You just don't know.
Up north, what I'll say is like if you observe a area that bucks tend to chase does, and like THP guys talk about this all the time. Zach will talk about it all the time.
Mhm.
When like lockdown is happening, like bucks will push does into certain areas to
Mhm.
keep them away. If there's areas that you've noticed 2 seasons, 3 seasons, or even on your cameras where bucks are with does, hunt those areas every year during the rut because there's something about that area that either the does are there or the bucks like pushing does there. But like that's a great thing to notice. Like
Yeah,
Where-
generalization.
where they rut, where they chase, or like where they push them, absolutely keep note of that because that can come off huge.
And running a camera in those areas, if you understand how the lay of the land is,
Yeah.
it's the best cover for does to seek asylum and get away, or not get away, but have enough cover to get away from danger. And there's probably food available not far away,
hmm
usually.
Tony asked a question. He said, "Do any of you guys use conditioning sensor scent eliminations on your cameras?"
No.
I have never done that.
Rain.
The only thing I use on my cameras is I will rub my fingers through whatever mud or moss that's on the ground right below where I'm going to hang it before I ever touch it.
Makes sense. But you're still transferring, if it's underneath, you're transferring your scent epithelials
To the ground?
to the ground.
Nah, whatever.
Hey,
this is where
deer
I
can
get hung
smell
up.
better
But-
than
I know they can, but
yep.
I get hung up on the fact where I'm like, fucking whatever. Because they're deer like humans. They have different preferences.
hey.
Some might care, some might
Deer
not.
are
I don't
used
know.
to smelling things at ground height of
Mhm.
humans walking. At nose height, to me, it's a much bigger difference. If your camera smells like you and they can put their nose on it,
Which they do. You know, how
Which
many
they
pictures
do.
You got that.
that's,
you do
that's
that,
a game changer. That,
where I like to elevate mine, granted, you take away a lot of the sensitivity of that camera when you elevate them, we'll say 6 feet or higher.
yes. Good,
You've
though.
now
Oh,
cut
interesting.
down your sensitivity window to much less, but the deer don't smell it unless some miracle wind brings it right to their sniffer. It's out of visibility unless they happen to see a glow up in the tree, but it could look like a star or the moon. They don't know the difference, or an airplane passing over. This is just me
Yeah, they also
spitballing
look
here.
at headlights, right? So
Right.
That's
Right.
what I mean, deer,
But
deer-
they
deer-
don't see
deer are dumb as
headlights.
shit, and they're
They
also smart as fuck.
They don't see
That's what
headlights.
bothers me about deer.
They don't see headlights out in the middle of the tamarack or the cattails.
I'll never forget. It's the story of my dad's. Well, it's actually my mom told me the story because my dad never would have because of his pride. Sorry, Dad, but there's
we'll
two,
tell it on the podcast.
two-
for you, Dad.
2 big bucks we were hunting up north, and we ended up killing both of them,
Okay.
which was an absolute miracle because that never happens. But it was a year where we would get these 2 bucks together in summer every year for 4 years. We'd get these
So
2 bucks.
they're friends.
They were bachelor together.
They're buddy
And as
bucks.
soon as September 1 came, we'd never get them together again. But we never really like hunted them that hard. Like they were 2 big bucks. And the one year I was like, Dad, let's just freaking go after these. Like we get cute pictures of them all summer. But like, what is that to us? Nothing. Like, let's freaking hunt
Makes
them.
no difference.
So we moved all of our cameras and like tried to figure these deer out. And my dad had kind of figured out where this really nice 8-pointer was hanging out. And he went in there to hang a stand. And my mom always goes with us. And Dad was looking for a place to hang the stand. And he walked around. And he had a camera there. That's where he's getting this camera. Like this buck moving through. It's this little wet slough. He's working the edge of it, coming up into this hardwoods. And he's got his picture there in daylight a couple times. He's looking for a place to try to hang a stand. And it's all shit trees. So my mom tells me, like, I went up and Dad's like, yeah, I got a stand hung. I'm going to, probably get him there. And my mom goes, she just gives me this look of like pure dread. I'm like,
He's wrong.
well, if Mom knows, like, he fucked something up, it must be like, pretty bad. So she tells me, she's like, we walked around like 20 freaking circles. She's like, we left our scent everywhere, right in there.
Your mom.
She's like,
your
she
mom
was like,
understands
it's
that.
not going to be good. Well, she always knew that, like, when I found a good spot, you stay out of it. No
Yep.
one is allowed to go there at all until you go hunt there. That was always my rule. And she's like, we messed it up. And Dad went and checked his camera like 3 weeks later. The first deer that walked down that trail was the buck. And he's walking down. The second picture is him locked up, ears forward, full alert. The next picture, he's gone. No deer passed through that spot for 2 weeks on the camera.
Because he probably snorted, blew,
Stomped. And I
When
think
he
the
left-
stomp.
When they stomp, they
They leave a
release a
scent.
pheromone.
And I think
that's
my
a
theory
bad
is that
pheromone.
that buck was 8.5
The
years old.
stress hormone.
My theory is that
Mhm.
when all other deer could smell that from that buck particularly, because bucks don't
They
get
know
like
it's they
super
know it's
spooky.
Tom. They know.
They were like, well, shit.
Tom said,
If
"Don't
he
fucking
said
go
don't
here."
go here,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going here.
Yeah.
Not a single freaking deer for 2 weeks on that camera when I was getting deer every day.
So the good.
You've
and the-
told this before.
that
I
is
have,
that is
because
the
it's
learning
like the number one
experience.
like thing that stays in my mind. Like
This is where I go.
holy
I'm more like
crap.
your dad. Where I'm like, man, whatever. But what changed my mind was
That one
last
deer.
year was that deer last year that spotted me through the bush barely, and he didn't
Oh, they're so
fucking
good.
move, and he backed away quietly, and that was the end of it. He just
You
faded
moved
back
just enough to
up. It
pick
was
up
enough, right?
pick up motion up above.
And I had drawn
it was
back
all
3
over.
times on the smaller 2-year-old before that.
And this was before the rut,
This was during the rut.
during
kind
the
of.
rut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
was it?
just the beginning
Yeah.
throws. Of
But I
rut.
had the same one single hunt, same tree, same hunt. I flung an arrow at a buck that never knew I was there ever. I don't even think he knew I was there after I flung the arrow at him. He still knows what the hell happened. And so then I had all this like false confidence about my spot. So when the big guy came out, he blew me out quickly. And I was like, lesson learned, pal. I now understand you guys are smarter than I give you credit for. And
Mhm.
The
all
big
the
ones?
drama is true. Yeah.
Outside the rut,
Yeah.
man. I mean, that's their bedroom, right? Like they know.
Yep.
Sucked. So he was laying all the he was probably the one laying all the fucking rubs I was seeing that were just fresh as shit, high up, big time stuff.
But note everything you did because you
And
put
time of
yourself in
year.
front of a big one.
Twice I got myself in front of another time.
So like think about everything you
but-
saw, where you were, where that buck
but the
was.
second time I
right?
got
Like,
him
'cause
on, the
that's-
second time I
that's
got
how
him that
you
draw, I didn't. It was another new area for a hunter.
imagine that.
So there's
So you
no
hadn't left scent there
sense.
before.
Yeah.
You haven't hung trail cameras there.
And I was
gone and
so
checked
because
them?
everything you frickers have said, I've not
Bunch of frickers.
I was like, shoot, I should scout my
Better
way
name
in.
frickers.
But then I caught a glimpse of this sign. I was like, I'm not even going to look at it. I can see it. I can tell it's big stuff. I'm not even going to go lay anything down. I'm going to back out, go further down on the path that I know is not touched. And then I'm going to like just pick a spot and hunt it. And so there was, zero scent laid down. And the wind was 100% my favor. And this is where you talk about, Greg, give and take. I gave nothing on wind and scent, but I gave everything on sight. And that was the only way I could do it.
But that can pay off. That's like where my snow camo idea pays off. Is like if you can take them by surprise and get just enough time for them to be like to get a shot, it's all worth it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was a big green blob. Up
Split second.
Woods, or big,
That's all it is.
I was a big plaid blob.
That's a beautiful blob. It really is.
Sure is pretty.
Both these two have killed my plaid. So I'm proud of my plaid.
I think you stick with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm no Cody DeQuisto, but
Meh.
it works for me.
You don't need to be.
It was a cheap $15 fucking Fleet Farm.
It's gonna be hard to grow dreads for you. I'm sorry.
Can't grow it. Maybe my beard.
Can you imagine the maintenance there or lack thereof?
I don't know how dreads work.
I mean,
Hey,
how
man.
does that work?
Don't worry about
You don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, dude kills big fucking deer. I know
Whatever.
He's going all tradbo and shit.
There's
I mean, dude.
there's room for
amazing. He's an
everybody in
amazing
this
human.
platform. You just
Yeah.
let people be.
Yep.
Be a good person.
Every time
Don't
I
be a
listen
fucking dick.
to a podcast or watch a show, you know what comes up every time? Your tag, your hunt. It literally comes up every time I watch or listen
Imagine
to anything.
that.
Somehow it comes up.
That's great.
I just wish people, could just do what they made them happy. And it's like, shit. Eric's a
Great.
genius.
You're happy and wanting to chase a 180.
We're just the
Great.
loudest about it. A lot of people have that sentiment.
The rest
Yeah.
of us are happy with a 100-inch deer because
Bring
we
on
only
the
have so
hunters.
much time. Yeah, it's what it is.
And with that, I mean, trail cam wise, get them in daylight. We talk about the battery.
Get 'em in
we talk about
daylight.
Cell cams, trail cams. I wanted to.
Can
do
I go
more
on a
here.
tangent for 2 minutes
Well,
here?
hopefully it's on topic tangent.
Yeah.
Can you
what-
get on topic for a second?
What? Yeah. Can you get on topic?
Can
Come
you
on,
stop being a
man.
dick to me for doing that?
Hey, I love you, man.
Number one, Eric's a dick.
Eric's a dick. He's a freight train, man. He will take it. No, I'm just kidding. Just a little
Joking.
bit. No, format your cards.
That's
Get fresh batteries. Test your batteries.
How do you test your bed? Like put them in there and
You
use
get
mean,
a
you can get-
7-year-old
you-
son named
honestly-
Gus, and you say, "Here's the battery tester.
Here's the battery tester.
Test all these, and he'll be
green
happy
light
as
good,
shit."
red light bad.
okay.
No, I mean you can do it with if you have a multimeter,
like
but
a
test
multimeter. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
test your batteries. If you're getting the advertised voltage, great,
They have
you
the
will
super
get one or
cheap ones
two-
at Walgreens too.
Yeah.
They're like $1.
and you will get
sandwich them.
you'll
Very
get a bunch of
basic.
them that will not test out, but test your batteries before you put them in there. That's going to guarantee you're going to get the full life of those batteries and a duration of pictures.
Okay.
And whether that's in camera mode or in picture mode where you're, maybe you have the ability to set your camera up to take only certain times a day, take pictures certain times a day, or
we didn't even talk about that.
yeah, but
Well, the settings
more
of like
reliable. Yeah,
optimization,
and every camera manufacturer is
No,
different. Whatever
just
you're
do
running,
all times. a day.
just I mean, if
I
you're
can't.
if you're in an
let it
area,
rip, bitch, like full open
if
net.
it walks
if-
by, you want it.
yeah,
Just do that.
if you're in a new area where you want to know what's in there, you want it all times a day.
I can't.
If you're on a
but they're
field
do
edge,
you want to scrunch this time? I'm like, no. What if I miss something? It is crack. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want it all.
but if you're
pour it on the table,
if you're on a
let's
field
go.
edge, you don't want a
Like
picture of
Alex
the
said,
sandhill
AI, he's
cranes.
like, everyone looks at all
You
the photos
don't
anyways,
want pictures
you know?
of the turkeys or the dude walking his dog by that the landowner, or just because it's close to a trail, people think if it's private land, it's close enough to public. It's
But
public.
the other thing we didn't,
but either way,
you listen, we didn't talk about humans on trail cams and cell cams.
you get them on there.
Also important to understand what the
It
pressure
usually
looks like.
means you're not far enough away from access.
Bullshit. You're not
Sometimes.
getting away from everybody anymore. It's
No.
not a
No.
thing anymore.
It
That's-
isn't a
that is-
I
Especially
agree.
here.
That is
Especially
done.
agree.
here.
I
Where
agree.
we are here.
That's done.
I
Nah.
agree.
And the interesting thing, Alex had the tip was get elevated. I mean,
Elevated.
we've been screaming that for years. Everyone's been screaming.
Yeah, I've been
Almost
doing
everyone
elevated
I've
sets
ever
forever.
got before season on trail camera has been carrying a stick in their
Yeah, always.
hand. Like, so that's true.
It's nothing. If you're taking a backpack that's got some sort of strapping on the back, you
But
can throw a
it
stick
is-
or two with
It
you.
is true for
In-
both
in
humans
season,
and
no
deer,
one's gonna-
though.
yeah.
No, that it's out of if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So
Right.
if it's harder to notice, so like the tip would be like camouflage your trail cam.
Conceal it.
Yep.
Either put it low, somewhere out of sight,
Mhm.
cluster it in a group of frickin' blowdowns, or like throw some sticks. So do something.
Do
that it's
something-
not going to stand out.
Do something to make it not stand out. And two, once all the canopy is gone, have some sort of security on it. It's a pain in the ass. I do it. It's not 100% foolproof because if you have the master key with you,
Yep.
um,
Which some guys are
which
carrying
you're
the
an
master-
asshole if you do, but that's fine.
How do you know if
Whatever.
you're an asshole? If you're walking around the woods with a freaking
Bolt cutter in your hand.
you're an asshole.
You're
and
an
no
asshole.
one listening to this is going to be this person,
Hopefully.
but just share the message with your friends that just leave other
Just-
people's shit alone.
I've run into so much
Just leave other
stuff,
people's shit alone.
within the last 3 years, I've run into more trail cameras. First, they
I-
weren't
I
locked.
just
Now,
wave and
last
move on.
year, yeah, so do I. I just wave
Yeah.
at them and move on. I know it's here. But if you see somebody's shit in the woods, just leave it alone.
Wait,
Just
if
keep
you
walking.
see someone shit in the woods, or
Well,
if
I
you
mean,
see someone
You can take a
shit
video
in
if
the
you
woods?
need.
If you see someone's shit in the woods, you know someone has been there, which, by the way, I've seen my share of it lately. Dude, cover your
Look what I got on my
TP.
cell cam,
I mean, I don't know what
guys.
to tell you.
Don't
Look at
But
shoot
anyway.
the
Look at this dude
scrapes.
taking
That
a
Yeah,
doesn't
don't.
work.
That's stupid. That's bad. Bad
People aren't-
bad publicity. Don't do it. But anyway, just be nice to the other people using the
Yeah,
property.
have some respect. Golden
Yeah,
rule. Golden rule.
yeah,
people.
golden rule.
That's
Like
like golden rule. Just
karma's a bitch, and it'll come back and bite you in the ass.
but it doesn't.
Mm,
No, karma's not real. Those guys will just. keep
it'll
doing
take
dumb
little
shit.
bites.
no,
it'll
but
take little bites.
It works. It doesn't work negatively. It works positively though, because
Yep.
I've made really good friends, parking lot buddies that I
Mhm.
met that we
Same.
share information.
Same here.
Hashtag parking lot buddies. That's a new shit.
Hashtag
Like if you're
parking lot
hunting a
buddies.
spot and you see
Trailhead,
someone's
parking lot,
stuff,
whatever.
don't
Public
think of them
land,
as your
harder-
enemy. Think of them as like
Your
they're going to
frenemies.
be here.
Yeah.
You made trail cam buddies.
Oh,
the last couple
100%.
of years.
You
guys
know
are
what? I would
besties
rather
now.
have frenemies than enemies.
Right?
He's got to urinate, folks. So we're just gonna keep this rolling for another. I don't know.
What do you think it's going to take Clark to piss?
Yeah, should we time it?
I think it's going to be 2:20.
I would. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the under and say 2:15.
Oh, okay. All
Okay,
right.
okay.
Oh, boy. As soon as I lean forward,
He's gonna have to pet the dog a little bit, and
Oh, geez, hey,
he's gonna
that's-
actually pet the dog, not
You're talking about the like.
shake the dice. But at any rate, be nice to your fellow public land or private land people. Don't go jacking with their stuff. It's
Please
just not
do.
cool. It's like it is. It's bad juju.
When I was out Sunday, I walked in, hung a spot, hung a camera where I had one last year.
Yeah.
And then when I walked out of that spot, I noticed somebody had a camera like
Go figure.
80, 90 yards away.
And props to that guy because he's as hardcore, if not more hardcore than you, because he made it
He-
there first.
Yeah, he did. So then I
What do
had
you do?
already made my way to another camera.
Mhm.
And then I said, you know what? On my way back out, I'm yanking my camera down.
Sure.
The guy was there first. I'm not going to leave it there. Just no big deal.
Yeah.
So I gave him the thumbs up when I walked by the first time. Second time, I grabbed my camera and I took it with me and I went put it somewhere else. Because guess what? There's lots of places to hunt.
Well, and two, you did the right thing by not backdooring the guy.
Yeah.
We've all had it happen to us before.
Oh.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh. That was under 220 and he grabbed 3 beers.
I just.
Did you pee in your refrigerator?
Yeah,
Where
did you like
pee?
urinate in your
What
hand?
You won't believe what just happened.
What
Lord.
just happened? You
I
didn't
went
pee.
pee. I went pee.
No, you didn't.
And then I went to the garage.
I don't
got
even
some more beer,
understand what just
and
happened
I
right
must
now.
have looked like Gollum. My wife pulled the van. I was like, grabbing the beer, and I was like, and I looked at it, ran back inside.
stole it from us. I need the
I guarantee she's
She
gonna have
has
something
a
to say about
cell cam on the beer fridge. She knew.
She was watching.
She rolled up, and I was like, didn't even acknowledge. I just ran back in with 3 beers. Like,
That's epic. That's epic.
and they're just so good.
He knows what to do in that situation, but not when a buck is running a doe 5 yards in front of him.
He's gonna phone
Only-
a friend instead.
Eric, can you please?
But this goes back to
video-
my first time ever hunting. I called my dad. I'm like, Dad, there's a deer. It's 5 feet below me. He's like, put the walkie-talkie down.
Dude,
and
put
shoot
it
it.
down. Shoot
Pick
the
up the
thing.
gun.
I mean,
I was
I don't
like,
understand what the problem is.
Yeah,
here.
it's just like how
No,
it's
you
been
don't
my whole life.
understand. This is the first time I've seen one of these
Mm.
doing that with
It's so
half of an
cold.
erection.
You don't have to, because I know you guys have to. But whatever. I'm just can hang out.
I think I'm
We'll
gonna-
put some hunting videos
I think I'm
on.
going to.
It's open.
I gotta.
You need to just abandon that.
Yeah, you're right.
Just don't spill on the computer.
I'm gonna
Oh, that's gonna
abandon
be bad.
the.
Just drink the wonderful water.
I'm gonna abandon the. Oh gosh, what's the?
Someone's like, you guys are still on. I went out for an ice cream break.
That would be the Colorado water there. Your,
No, I was talking.
the mountains
what's
were cold.
What's the cheapy trail camps I always buy? Tasco's.
the-
Abandon the
you're gonna
Tasco.
go to
Come to the light.
come
There we go.
Come
to the
ri-
good stuff.
Arrival.
Rival, whatever you want. To call
Oh,
it.
I do have to
mean,
pee.
I'm excited, dude. I'm excited to.
You
I mean, these
only
antennas
rent
are
the beer
huge.
for so
Like,
long.
This thing is like, what the
But-
fuck were they thinking?
No, try putting that in a backpack with any other.
You take it off.
like
I will-
just had
you take it off.
I just had 8 other.
But it doesn't have a
cameras.
pivot point. Like, it's just hard.
And I'm
it's
not going to
hard.
crap on them because maybe they've done some improvements to their new product.
I
we
think they
haven't
have,
seen
he
it,
just said he did.
but
Were you not
the ones
listening?
I like using, and it rhymes with Exodus because it is,
That was you could have said
those-
something that actually rhymed.
but I didn't.
It rhymes with Smishmortion.
Yeah, but either way, they've always had an antenna that bends. It's off the top.
Yeah.
They put some thought into it, and I'm not ripping on those
No,
guys.
but this is it. What I'm saying. Like, this is cool. We can talk about all of it. Doesn't
we
matter.
can because we're not sponsored. That's right.
But
we're
I
not
really
sponsored by
appreciated
anybody.
hearing from the horse's mouth.
The horse's ass, which
What?
might sound like a little bit of shit
That
with
was a
some air, but
what?
it's
It
fine.
sounds like a lot of shit because that's where
What
the
the
shit
shit,
comes from.
man?
All sorts of shit.
Man,
Do you think
you are
he's-
not invited to the UP to hang out with Alex.
Wow.
Can I come?
Yes.
I'm running one.
I'm gonna go anyway. I'm just gonna slide in. Hey,
You look like
I'm
one
over
of
I
here.
miss hunting the UP. I
You
used
look
to
like one of
really
punch
like-
in the
I've
face
never
right
done
now.
it. I've always wanted to.
It's one of those places where you hang trail cams in the UP and you get more people randomly riding 4-wheelers through the woods.
Rioting or riding?
No, because they
They could have been riding.
seriously
I'm
they
sure.
could have been riding on their
But
on their
everyone
four
rides
wheelers,
4-wheelers
but
everywhere.
they
You're
do.
right,
They
yeah.
ride
Just
four
through
wheelers.
the
Side by
woods.
sides. It's just.
And
yeah.
I will
Just
say,
everywhere.
like when I used to ATV a lot,
You're not leaving
which
a lot of
was
scent, you know.
a while ago,
I mean,
we
yarn by
would
yarn.
we would go that way just
Depends
because
on
we
how much
knew we
pet-
could ride
ethanol.
everywhere.
But you're like, that's a car. That's normal. Anywho,
Anyway,
good episode. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
wow, you just
What do you want me to do? Do you want to
Don't-
stay here all
Don't
night?
buy the Tasco anymore.
really?
Okay.
Yeah, I used to be about the Tasco. They changed their electronics, their circuitry a year
Garbage.
ago,
Did they get
and
bought
now
out?
it's you can't read it on your smartphone.
Really?
So one of the
Come
benefits was it was
on.
$20, and I could plug it in and like instantly have all my stuff,
So what's
which we
the-
didn't talk about, like swapping SD cards versus reading in field.
Yeah,
Obviously, reading it in field
Is
gonna-
important.
during
It-
hunting season or during any time, knowing whether to move it or not move it, it's pretty important. But like now, I can't read it on my smartphone, so I have to bring like a laptop.
so there was a change
Let
in
me just carry my
firmware.
laptop out to the woods.
Their
Yeah,
their
let me bring the
hardware,
old laptop.
and even then,
That's a no for me, dog.
yeah.
No, from me.
How about no, you old Dutch bastard?
How about no, you crazy Dutch
There
bastard?
it is. Oh boy. Well, I mean, we good.
Anyway,
Let me know when you
I
drill
mean,
your
we're never
antlers.
good.
Let me know when you drill your antlers.
But dude, we're
I got
I'll-
to talk to you about dropping pins. You sent me a thing. I tried to call you because I was driving.
Oh,
and,
I'm not gonna
I do
call.
have some feedback.
Hey.
Yeah,
Good.
it's easy feedback.
are you ready to show the donkey the snake?
What?
I have to go pee. Don't show the donkey.
Time to
without me.
introduce Mr. Thick Dick to Mr. Urinal
Oh,
Cake.
don't show the donkey.
Wow.
That is a quote from The Great Outdoors.
Seriously.
As the Great Outdoors heads upstairs to go pee. That's from John Candy and what's his name?
And
Dan
that
Aykroyd.
with
it was
that-
like that was a kid movie.
with that, I think we need to close it out.
All right, let's get the fuck out.
Music, yeah, we're done. Thanks for tuning in. We sound like a bunch of jackasses
We are.
under the influences of
Voodoo Ranger.
Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA. We love you. Thanks for tuning into our bullshit. We'll see you.